doesn't recall when Ferrari deleted that YouTube video in 2016? You know, the one where Sebastian Vettel drives a drop-top LaFerrari through the streets, grabbing the attention of everyone with a performance eye. We witnessed him transition from relaxed street driving to having a blast racing Maranello's quickest convertible around the track. He wasn't simply doing it for publicity. There are many things to appreciate about the premium Italian supercar, the LaFerrari Aperta, which effortlessly transforms from a highway cruiser to a track weapon. One is crushing a 0 to 62 mph run in under 3 seconds, and another is its haughty demeanour. But will it prevail in the struggle against venerable foes like the Lamborghini and the Porsche? Keep watching until the end to see what's new with the LaFerrari Aperta. The limited LaFerrari, which made its debut at the 2016 Paris Auto Show, was replaced by the even more exclusive open-top Aperta. It's a Ferrari that stands for both firsts and lasts. First, it was the first to test a hybrid powertrain, and last, it was the final to have a mid-mounted V12 to move the wheels. The Aperta for 2018 retains the same fundamental design as the launch model, with Ferrari making no change to its pinnacle drop-top hypercar for the next model year. Even though there aren't any standard annual adjustments, each owner customizes their Aperta to suit their own wants and preferences. Therefore, no two are alike. Since each buyer's preference differs, the LaFerrari Aperta continues to be produced. Launched with both a carbon fiber hardtop and detachable canvas soft top, the Ferrari Aperta is just one of a kind. Ferrari carefully considered the design's aerodynamics to guarantee that it has the same drag coefficient with and without the roof. As for its torsional rigidity, the coupe's performance metrics 0 to 62 mph in 2.8 seconds and a top speed of 217 mph are also preserved. 210 units were designed, making it even rarer and more unique than the coupe. However, before the start of manufacturing, all of the automobiles, according to Ferrari, had previously been pre-sold by invitation. A passionate 6.3-litre V12 engine with electrical assistance and a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission with F1 influences powers the LaFerrari Aperta. The factory already has Brembo brakes, lightweight wheels, and an aerodynamic design. Although the interior is covered in flawless first-rate materials, there isn't much in the way of infotainment and convenience technology. Although it's an iconic Ferrari product, it's appreciated by many because of its excellent track manners and capabilities. And when you're in one, it's difficult to think that the driver and the car are two separate creatures. Only a few comfort items are included, like keyless entry and dual-zone climate control. The track weapon has been intended to tear up hairpins, not for a long trip across the state, and it wasn't meant to be simple or pleasant. The Aperta is every bit as alluring as its fixed-roof sibling. The only distinction is that depending on your preference, it offers the option of a removable carbon fiber ceiling or fabric. The LaFerrari was created to be an aerodynamic bullet that easily splits the air in front of it. Deep indentations behind the front wheels divert heat away from the brakes, and the front air vent that dominates its nose exhausts hot air from the radiator. A retractable spoiler keeps down the Ferrari's magnificent back end, and its 21-computer onboard system allows for downforce adjustment. Moreover, the Aperta's short 104.3-inch wheelbase and overall length of 185.1 inches are comparable to Enzo's. The curved convertible has a width of 78.4 inches from side to side, while the hunched-down Aperta has a height of 43.9 inches. It weighs about 3,009 pounds, about 100 pounds more than its fixed-roof brother. Rear weight distribution is preferred. The 6.3-litre V8 engine, which when paired with the electric motor can pound up to 950 horsepower and 664 pounds-feet of torque, is largely responsible for the car's shrill 2.8-second sprint from 0 to 62 miles per hour. It is coupled with a hugely powerful 7-speed dual-clutch transmission that effortlessly shifts no matter the situation or surroundings. Evidently, Ferrari did a fantastic job with their first effort at a hybrid powertrain. The Aperta offers 709 horses for a leisurely ride through the city when the kinetic energy recovery system isn't hard at work. Although it has more torque than the Centenario Roadster's 759 horses, it has more horsepower. The LaFerrari Aperta, which is really a race car, has a carbon fiber skeleton and electronically controlled dampers to help it compete on the track. The brutal hammering must cease at some point, and a sizable pair of carbon ceramic brakes expertly accomplish this. The car's aerodynamic shape allows it to pass through the air in front of it with astonishing ease, and the steering is absurdly precise. Drivers just cannot afford to become distracted, even for a split second, since the combination of all of its parts creates an unbelievably stiff and agile devil. If you ever have the good fortune to possess a LaFerrari, Ferrari will individually mold the driver's seat to match the owner's profile, attesting to the outrageous luxury and rarity of the vehicles. Even if the cabin isn't particularly spacious, two adults can fit inside pretty comfortably as long as they don't play in the NBA. If you regularly slam dunk a basketball, you may have trouble with the low roofline if you're tall enough. Inside, things aren't much better. People will barely be able to fit their phones in the tiny door pockets. Convenience isn't given much room when a go-fast attitude is combined with an obsession with losing weight. Nevertheless, the inside features a steering wheel with an F1 hint, dual-zone climate control, cruise control, and leather seats. The basic features include keyless entry, rain-sensing wipers, and parking sensors. It would be extremely sadistic to crash one for a safety grade, considering that there are now only 210 Apertas in existence. You have to seek solace in its track-focused safety measures. All that stands between you and a pricey insurance claim are an expert traction control system and sizable brakes. Good isn't even close to being as good as a LaFerrari. The Aperta reduces the original LaFerrari's production numbers by more than half, making this renowned and desired supercar even more of an icon in automotive history than it currently is. This makes it one of the world's most uncommon and covetable convertibles, and for good reason. Although you might think that controlling nearly 1,000 horses is a difficult chore, it just isn't in the Aperta. Many people believe the LaFerrari may be the best Ferrari ever created. It has excellent Italian road manners and accelerates unbelievably quickly. The inside of the 7-speed dual-clutch transmission is kept pleasantly basic, and the shifts are almost psychic. The Aperta merely lowers the top on one of the most evocative contemporary race cars in existence, and it merits its cult following. However, one doesn't just book a flight to Maranello and write a check for a few $1 million. The figures are significant. You won't just choose a Ferrari, you'll have to cross your fingers and hope that it chooses you, like with most ultra-rare supercars from the Prancing Horse Company. Purchasing the Aperta will cost anywhere from $6 million to $8.5 million. When the Ferrari LaFerrari debuted in 2013, it ushered in the hypercar era, and the LaFerrari Aperta raised the bar for exclusivity even higher. Due to the extremely small manufacturing run, the values of these special open-top versions could go even further in the upcoming years. Anyway, what do you think of the Ferrari LaFerrari Aperta? Is it a vehicle you'd like to own? That's all from this video. See you in the next one.